Nobody should ever think that we are going to dialogue out from a point of weakness. No. That one, from the very start, we are going to be very clear. You hit us, we hit back at you. That is our DNA. As far as I'm concerned, Elias Lukwago is not a member of the FDC. He's not. Because I've checked with the register where he resides, from his village.
Chikwewunyisa. Nze contribution yange eri ekibiina sijja kugyogerera bwogerezwa.
We cannot force anybody to dialogue with us. We are very straight in as far as this is concerned. Dialogue is going to be between the willing and on the same footing. We are not going to go into any dialogue where somebody thinks they are above us and we are below them. No, that will not happen. If they really truly want to use this and they feel they are FDC, let them come and exercise their being FDC here. This press conference is partly to sound a warning to whoever is doing this, that gesture is unwelcome and will not be accepted. Going forward, we shall observe what they do, and then we will inform you about our next course of action. We are not short of cards to play, and we'll be playing them as and when the necessity arises. Of course, we still hold our MasterCard very close to our chest. See, we need to define whom we are talking to. As far as I'm concerned, Elias Lukwago is not a member of the FDC. He's not, because I've checked with the register where he resides, from his village, and he does not qualify to be a member of the FDC. And together with him, all those people that he leads, with the exception of those who hold life membership, who have got corporate membership, that lasts very long period of time. In fact, life membership is provided for in the Constitution, and whatever quarrels we have with somebody, unless they revoke that life membership, they continue to be members of the party, unless they offend the Constitution of the FDC. So we want to sheave those that we are going to be talking with to confirm whether we are talking to the right people. We are not going to waste time with non-members. That one, take it from us. We are not going to spend time talking to people, bringing them. In fact, in any case, we would not be doing the right thing to bring them to the disciplinary committee, because the disciplinary committee is reserved for only members. I can't go for somebody from NUP and bring him to the disciplinary committee of the FDC. I would be out of my mind. Neither can I go to NRM or go to UPC, bring UPC people to the disciplinary committee. The disciplinary committee is only reserved for members of the FDC. And it's those that we are going to deal with. The others who want to continue misrepresenting us, I have told you, we are not short of cards to play on this matter. And we shall play them as and when the need arises. Whereas on our part, we may be interested in dialogue, we cannot force anybody to dialogue with us. We are very straight in as far as this is concerned. Dialogue is going to be between the willing and on the same footing. We are not going to go into any dialogue where somebody thinks they are above us and we are below them. No, that will not happen. We will not dialogue with anybody who continues to insult us and to demean the leadership in Naja Nankumi. We will not. We are not fools to do that. So dialogue is going to be out of mutual respect. Dialogue is going to be out of two parties or several parties willing to dialogue, and in an honest manner, not in a manner where you think you are going to bully us and we are going to accept to lie flat like an envelope while you trample upon us, That will not happen. So we are open to dialogue. Our constitution, under Article 8 that I have cited, compels us to bring harmony, not only within the party, but in the country. But if the next day you are going to be talking about us everywhere negatively, looking for ways of splitting the party, you would have offended both Article 12 and 13 of the Constitution, and we will not have any business dialoguing with you. Sorry? Well, we are just starting. We have been engaging privately, elders within the party. We have been engaging some founders within the party. We are going to set up committees to ensure, from within NEC, subcommittees that will be reaching out to individuals and groups to see whether they are prepared to dialogue with us. Nobody should ever think that we are going to dialogue out from a point of weakness. No. That one, from the very start, we are going to be very clear. You hit us, we hit back at you. That is our DNA. There was a resolution of the National Executive Committee before I became president of the FDC that it would be a good thing to tackle the dictator using two approaches. The first front is through defiance or civil disobedience. The second is through elections. In 2016, in an election that I was deeply involved as the national field coordinator for our candidate, Dr. Kiza Besigye, we won that election. And so we decided that we should reclaim our victory by forming a people's government. I am a pioneer member of the people's government, by the way. The people's government is part of my handwork. And purely, purposely, to reclaim our victory. And so, the FDC continued to associate with the people's government for all this time, until some friction between the two developed, as I have stated in my statement. And therefore, that rift has now caused the National Executive Committee to state very clearly that this relationship is not working out. Maybe for now we can divorce.
Separate.
Maybe separate, not separate. Divorce might not be right, because there is a possibility of a remarriage happening.
Yes.
You see? We are going to separate for the moment, and once the situation normalizes, we could come back together. In politics, never say no. Now, on the matter of the Elders Committee, is a provision of the Constitution. And unless we amend that Constitution, we will continue speaking about the Elders Committee. And so it's going to be constituted very soon. Management, the working committee, is going to sit this week to consider the proposals for members in the different committees. And so, don't get tired, Jimmy. Keep reporting that there is an Elders Committee in the FDC, because it's a constitutional provision that we are commanded to respect, and we will respect it. So once that committee is in place, it will carry out its duties. But dialogue is not going to be restricted to just that committee. Dialogue can happen outside that committee, and that is acceptable, again, under the Constitution. So we seek peace with our friends. Let them stop insulting us. Let them stop misrepresenting us. Let them stop abusing our symbols, our motto, our slogans, our colors, our emblem. If they really truly want to use this and they feel they are FDC, let them come and exercise their being FDC here. Not behaving like, you have a home and you go to the streets. What kind of person are you? The FDC has a home. So whoever has been sleeping in the streets, eating from garbage heaps, should actually come back home and receive the hospitality that the FDC promises every one of their members.
Honorable Lukwago came to the party in 2020, and he has never contributed even a shilling. He has never contributed even a shilling. And yet the National Council of 2019 in December passed that all mayors, all road mayors, LC5 chairs should contribute 200,000 per month. For him, who was even a big city, has never contributed even one. I am hearing him saying FDC is his. When we were forming FDC, Lukwago was not there, he was in DP. He came in 2020. I don't know if 2020 is equal to 2004. I don't know.
Nandala ennaku zino ayogeza lyanyi yeewulira obuyinza bwa state. In fact, olaba omuntu ali obsessed ne state power emugenze ku bwongo. Kyova olaba yagambye n'okugamba nti abo bonna abali mu lutalo olw'okutaasa ekibiina bawandiike ebiraamo byabwe. Yeah. Kati ye ekyo kikulaga ekifaananyi nti alowoleza mu kuyiwa musaayi. Olede bigunis bye yateeka Najja Nankumbi bye yatwala wa chairman Waswabirirwa ne wano wennyini naki n'enkolagana ye ne state emugenze ku bwongo nti buli kimu kati agamba nja crashinga buli omu. Omuntu eyagendera mu bukulembeze bwa FDC mu mukwano n'okwagala kati wulira eryanyi lyayogeza n'olulimi lwakozesa. Kati akomye ku ekyo agamba nti ayagala ne sente nti Lukwago ta contributing atakola ki kikwewuunyisa. Nze contribution yange eri ekibiina sijja kujoogerera bwogerezwa esinga ne sente ezo zayogerako. Of course ne sente zange zen contributing nze sijja kudda wano kubyogera. Omanyiye obwongo bwe buli ku sente. Nandala buli gwalaba akulaba mu sente akulowooza gwe olimu mmeka. No, mweju kyalina sente mmeka. Buli yogere mwogera nkyogera bbiri bwemwogera ku party constitution yayogera ku sente ze. Ayogera yina sente zino ayogera ki. So twagala mukulu Nandala bino ebintu si bya sente. Bino twogera ku bulamu bwa bannayuganda na ggwanga kulitaasa. Lekera okulaba ekibiina kyaffe nga business. Lekera buli kimu kyonna mu kibiino kitunuliranga mu sente. Ye Galubindi zaateekako buli kintu kyonna sente. Sente zamugenda ku bwongo. So kakati n'okunda baawo agamba Lukwago lwaki tampa sente sijja kuzimuwa. Kubanga ayagala sente already alina obuwumbi bwafuna okuva mu Electoral Commission eziri official. Twabagambye ne quote eno PSST Secretary to the Treasury yalaze nti bafumiza obutabalika 9 trillion ne batematema zigenda mu institution kwezo kulikeze FDC taina na wagenda zikolera accountability. Ayagala mu nkwate ne mitwalo 10 abiri obaka kadde nkajje mu nsawo yange nkamuwe ayongere kwezo asasule ba kifeesi akole emirimu gye gyakole fujjo lye lyakola oswadde sijja kuwa n'ekikumi.
you very much.
There is a huge task ahead of us. We have got a responsibility to facelift this party, bring harmony within the party in order to enable the party to regain its glory in the political landscape of this country. As the new team, we mean business from the very start of our 5-year tenure, and will soon be heading out in the field. Our trajectory is going to be to complete unfinished business from the last term. And one of the key issues that was in my own promises to the FDC that remains undone is the redevelopment of these premises. We are going to be commencing with the redevelopment of the Najanankumbi headquarters, and to this end, we would like to call on common Ugandans, we would like to call on well-wishers, we would like to call on our members to put their hands together to ensure that this dream of having the Blue House started comes true within the next 1 year. These are our focus areas for the first year of our term in office. Number 1 is elections for special interest groups and in districts that never participated in the just concluded internal elections as per the decision of the last National Delegates Conference. There are a handful of districts that we need to reach out to so that they may constitute their leadership from the grassroots all the way to the district level. Of course, regrettably, they were unable to participate in the just concluded elections of the National Executive Committee for no fault of the leadership, but because of some of our friends who made it their business to spew discontent within the party. In doing this, we are going to put on top of our agenda the reconciliation agenda. And as I stated earlier in this statement, we extend an olive branch to each and every member of this party, to those who are sympathizers, who were merely misinformed. This is going to be an opportunity for you to come back to the fold. Secondly, we are going to organize our capacity and strengthen it by developing the organizational capacity assessment tool based on our parameters. We will be conducting organizational capacity assessment to assess the strengths and weaknesses and therefore the gaps that exist that needs to be filled, and this will be done at the National Executive Committee level. There is going to be orientation and training of new leaders in their roles and responsibilities, amongst which are representation, advocacy, resource mobilization, citizen mobilization, and conflict resolution. Number 3, and this is very key in our work, resources. We are going to spend an awful lot of time mobilizing resources through updating our fundraising strategy, identifying and profiling funding opportunities, both traditional ones and new ones. That is private sector, investments, foundations, development partners, goodwill individuals. So we are going all out to look out for these opportunities. Make courtesy missions to our traditional partners, make courtesy calls to new partners, discussing and proposing and updating internal resource mobilization mechanisms and training of fundraising committees in resource mobilization. Number 4, and this touches the media as well, we want to continue to build a lasting relationship with the media fraternity in this country. We'll be updating our communication strategy, identifying the key strategic focus areas from our manifesto and building our message around these areas. We'll be focusing on giving FDC a facelift through increased presence on media and social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And to this end, we would like to call on the cooperation of the media fraternity in and outside this country. We'll be participating and engaging in national and regional debates, and we'll be building capacity, empowering national, regional spokespersons to champion our cause in as far as this area is concerned. Number 5, membership and mobilization strategy. The FDC will develop a draft roadmap, a national, regional, district membership mobilization program. This will involve going out to the regions and to the districts to ensure that we mobilize right-thinking Ugandans to join the FDC. We'll update our membership registers and develop a digital database. And for the information of the country, the FDC has already developed an app that we are going to be launching very soon, where we have transited from what we want to call analog to digital registration of our members. And so all that it takes for a person who is aspiring to become a member of the FDC is to access that app, register through that app, pay up through that app, get a registration card, a registration card through that app, and it will also be possible to print that card from wherever you are, within the country or outside the country. And I am proud to say that FDC is taking a lead in this. All the other political parties in this country are paper political parties. They are analog political parties. And therefore, they have got a lot to learn from us. We want to invite the NRM, NUP, and all the other political parties to come and learn from our example that we are pioneering as the only political party, not in the opposition alone, but even, overtaking the one that is in power, that has remained a primitive political party and using primitive methods of conducting their business.